guys, today I wanted to do a video I haven't done before, I don't think. A lot of you guys comment actually recently about how dewy and glowy my skin looks, and thank you. But in the past, most of my videos for makeup, especially years ago, were about matte skin because I had very oily skin. Now my skin is much more dry. I get a tiny bit oily in the T-zone, but I definitely have more dry skin. So I wanted to do a video sharing the products I use to get a more dewy, glowy look, especially this time of year where I feel like your skin can be very dry, and putting makeup on can just exaggerate it even more. And these products, I feel like, from coverage to highlight, even blush, I feel like these are the things that give my skin a more dewy, kind of fresh, supple look that makes my skin not look so drab and dull and like wintry. So I feel like whether you have dry skin or not, these products can give you more of that glow. I'll share with you how I use them and things like that, and of course there's other products that do this, but these are the ones that have been standing out to me recently that I've been using pretty repetitively and I just really enjoy, and we're gonna get into it. Also, I wanted to mention all these products are cruelty-free, so yeah. So we'll start with like what I would use first in my routine, which is this. This is the Glossier Future Dew. I'm obsessed with this. Yes, this was gifted to me. I do work with Glossier. I'm a rep for them, so I do make commission if you shop through my link, and I do get some products gifted to me from the brand. So I do have to let you guys know that. But regardless, I would spend my money on this. This is such a nice product. I did a whole video actually trying this out on bare skin. And that's one of the reasons I love this, is that you can use it on bare skin when you're not wearing makeup or underneath makeup or mixed in with makeup. This is an oil serum hybrid that you use as a last step of your skincare routine. So essentially you would use it the same point you'd use a primer. In the video where I reviewed this, I used this on my skin alone and I loved the look it gave me, but lately I've been using this with my makeup. So today I use this underneath my makeup, and I will share with you what I'm wearing on my face, but I use this underneath before I did any kind of coverage, and I use it pretty much as a primer. Other days I will mix it in with my product. So today I'm not wearing the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint for the first time ever, but a lot of the times lately I've been mixing these two together, especially if my skin feels extra dry. I would take a pump of this and whatever I use of this, mix it together, and then apply it, and it makes this easier to blend. It just makes everything a lot more hydrated. But if your skin isn't really feeling that dry, you can use this just underneath your makeup on the high points of the face as well, or anywhere where you just are more dry. This doesn't have any shimmer, glimmer, or anything. This is not going to look like a highlighter. It's just going to give your skin that really healthy, like lit from within kind of glow, like you are hydrated. I absolutely love this. I love the texture. I love everything about it. It hasn't made me break out at all, and it doesn't break down my makeup. I have tried hydrating primers and I found that they broke down my makeup throughout the day, and this does not do that. You also don't need very much of this. It comes with a handy little pump. It's glass packaging, and there's a product, I don't know if it's sold out right now, from Glossier that has like, it's like a cute little recyclable cardboard like suitcase looking, or toolbox I guess, and it comes with a mini version of this and a lot of other bestsellers, and that would be a great way to try this out if you want to try other Glossier products. But I will link this below. It's fantastic, and I've been using it pretty much since I got it, and I haven't worn makeup without using this since I got it, so I find it really helpful. I don't know that I'll need it so much in the summer. Then I may just use it on the high points of the face, but right now in the winter where my skin feels more dull and drab and dehydrated, this is awesome just as a starter. Okay, next I have a couple of concealers and like coverage products. The first one we are going to talk about is the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. Even before this was launched, the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint was my go-to coverage. If you look at any of my pictures on Instagram for, I want to say, the last like year, if I'm wearing makeup, it's usually this. I don't even always wear concealer with this. I use a little bit of this on my hands and just kind of rub it in, and it gives me like a very sheer coverage, but it just kind of evens everything out. It reduces redness a little bit, and it just doesn't look like you have makeup on. This is not going to be like your coverage product if you want to wear foundation. It's not going to replace the foundation. It's more in replace of maybe like a tinted moisturizer. It's very liquidy. You can hear it. But I absolutely love this. I repurchased this now probably 3 or 4 times. Yes, like I said, I do work with Glossier, but I do buy my own stuff too if I run out. I love the simple little packaging. You don't need much of it, and you can build it up as well. Sometimes if I don't wear concealer with this, I use it under my eyes, and it's just so not drying. Like, I don't think that you'll like this if you have oily skin, but it's just so, like, it's just like putting, I don't know really how to describe it. It's like putting tinted water on your face. I don't know. It just doesn't dry you out at all. Now in the winter, these two together makes an amazing duo if you have drier skin, but this would be enough if you have more like oily or normal skin. But I really do love this as an all-over kind of dewy tinted moisturizer. I don't have any foundations, although I recently did review the CoverGirl. Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but I will link that video below. I do really like that, and that does give you like a nice kind of natural foundation look, but I wouldn't describe it as dewy. It doesn't give you like the kind of glow I have here. It's just like a natural foundation. I didn't grab a Glossier concealer, even though that one does give you a very natural look. I wouldn't, again, describe that as dewy. This one I would, though. This is the RMS on Cover Up. They do now have a foundation I've been eager to try, but I won't because I'm trying not to buy anything. But this is fantastic if you have drier skin, especially under the eyes. It's a cream concealer. Like, it's in a thick kind of like a thick consistency, but it somehow is very, very hydrating, and it kind of almost makes you not shiny under the eyes, but it gives you a highlight effect, and I feel like it would be really good if you have dry under eyes, which I do. It doesn't cling to anything. If you don't want that kind of look, you would definitely want to set this with some kind of a light powder under the eyes anyway, but I feel like on the face, what's a problem I feel like for a lot of people on the face anyway, is having a dewy foundation and then going with your concealer, which tends to be matte, because matte concealers, you know, hide things. You know, when you use a matte concealer on a spot, it hides it. If you use like a shiny concealer, it's not going to hide it as well. And I wouldn't say this is shiny, but it kind of covers the stuff on your face that needs covering without going like too intense. So I really, really love that, and that is, I think, vegan and cruelty-free. It may not be vegan. I can't remember. But this is vegan and cruelty-free. I only just recently got this. My mom actually bought it for me, so I didn't know if the color would be right, and I think it is. I'm glad actually she got it for me because I wouldn't have gotten this color. This is the new e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. So I never tried the original Camo Concealer from e.l.f. because people said it was a dupe for Shape Tape. I never use Shape Tape either. I'm not a big full coverage person at all. I don't think I've ever bought anything claiming to be full coverage. And also I knew that would be too drying for me. I just knew it would. So I never even like wanted to buy it. As soon as it came out with the hydrating version though, I was like, ooh, they know how to market to people with dry skin. This is actually considered to be a satin finish, so it is not going to be super matte, but I've been loving it. I actually only have this on today as my coverage. I don't have any foundation or anything all over. I put 2 dots of this under my eyes, and I put some on the back of my hand and applied it to anywhere like around my nose, redness, even some scars over here. I put it on very lightly because they are kind of dry and flaky, but I used a damp sponge to blend it out, and whoa! First I should tell you, I'm in the shade Fair Warm. This is so good. I was so surprised. I really thought, even though it says hydrating, it would still be too dry, too cakey, too full coverage. Now, I don't use it the way a lot of people use the original Camo Concealer, where they like draw a triangle under the eye and like blank that out. Like, that is not my style. If that's your style, good for you, but that is not me. I'm like minimal makeup person, so I put 1 dot under my eyes. Like, I took it out of here and wiped some of it off and put 1 dot in here and blended it out, and it was more than enough. I mean, a little goes a long way. You do not need a lot of this. And the thing I like about it though is that usually if you're a tinted moisturizer type person like me and you use a more full coverage concealer, it looks really uneven and weird. This didn't do that. This blended out so nice that it still looks like I'm wearing like a tinted moisturizer, but I'm just wearing this very blended out. And this is $6. It's vegan and cruelty-free. It's a really nice consistency. Somehow the shade just happened to match me, I think, really well. It covered a lot under my eyes, more so than normal. I'm so happy, although I didn't want to take in more, consume more products this year. My mom buying this for me was really great because it's really, really good. If you wanted a cheaper, I mean, all those is in a pot, and the Glossier one is in a pot. If you wanted a cheaper alternative to those, that comes with the doe foot applicator. This is awesome. Like, right now, using this for I think I've only been using this for like a week. I would 100% buy it again. $6 for this. Like, I see it going such a long way, like lasting longer than a lot of concealers in the past, just because you don't need a lot of it. They have a lot of shades. I feel like they're gonna have to come out with a camo foundation if they haven't already, and I'm just unaware of it. This is really, really nice. And now, what I'm saying about dewiness, this is a hydrating concealer that doesn't look reflective. It's not a reflective concealer just for under the eyes or anything like that. You can use this all over the face, and it's not gonna look super masky or heavy. Like, I'm wearing this, like I said, all over my face right now. Not all over, I should say. Like, I pinpointed the coverage and then blended it out with a wet sponge, but it just blends so nicely, and it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything on my face. Like, it's very lightweight for being full coverage. Now for blush. I have two blush products. One, you guys are gonna, like, if you've been on my channel, you know, the Glossier Cloud Paint is perfect. All the shades I really love. This is my go-to though. It's the most natural looking. This is the shade Dusk. It's so filthy. But this is a liquid blush. A liquid to cream. It's not like liquid, like watery liquid, but it's very liquidy. You don't need much of it. It's not a stain. It's just so user-friendly. You need to put like a tiny little dot on your finger, blend it in. It's just the easiest thing. You don't need a brush, you don't need anything, you just use your fingers, and it just gives you this, like, I'm actually not wearing this today, but it just gives you this, like, lit from within glow. Like, every shade, no matter the orange one or the dark almost purple one, like, somehow, no matter what skin tone you have, they just look perfect. They look like you just have a natural blush, like flush, whatever you want to call it, and they just look so nice. And again, they have no shimmer in them. There's no shimmer or glitter or anything. They just somehow look so nice. Now, as much as I love these, I found another product that's kind of easier, I think, for on the go. These are fantastic, but I always fear they're gonna like pop or break or something. This I found in a very similar color. This is the Juice Beauty Last Looks Cream Blush in the shade 4 Flush. I don't even remember how I got this. I got it a couple months ago. It's like a very similar shade to this, like a very terracotta kind of brown neutral. I'm wearing this on my cheeks today. It's super, super creamy and soft and hasn't dried me out. You can see it here. And you can just like, you can't go too far with these, just like the Glossier ones. You can't, it's hard to mess them up. They're just so easy. User-friendly, you use your fingers. They feel really nice. Again, this has zero shimmer in it. It's just a cream blush. And it's a very, like, moisturizing product. I feel like if you have dry skin, this will be your best friend. They have other shades, like I said, but this is the one that I like the most. I just think it makes my cheeks look so nice and fresh and, like, a good color. Cream blushes, I feel like, give your face a highlight that is not traceable. Untraceable, if that makes sense. And then two other highlights. One, of course, is the Glossier Halo Scope. I'm obsessed with this. This is in the shade Quartz. I wear this all the time. Not today, but in most of my videos when I have a highlight on, this is what it is. This is a more champagne color. It's a very simple color if you have fair to light skin, even medium. It's like a champagne, almost pinkish color with a hydrating core in the center. You could just swipe it right on or go in with your finger first. I really love this for all over the face, and again, it's like not glittery. It has this really subtle shimmer and shine that just isn't too over the top, and I really, really love it. They do have two other shades, a more like white one and then a more golden one for deeper skin tones. I'm obsessed with this. I actually get the lighter color now that I'm so pale in the winter. I actually have a backup of this. I like it so much. It lasts a really long time and it's just so gorgeous, and it gives a similar look to what I'm wearing today, which is the RMS Living Luminizer. They have tons of shades of this, but this is Living Luminizer shade, which is like white. Like, this looks, it looks white. This is what I'm wearing on my face right now. I'm wearing on my Cupid's bow and on the high points of my cheek, and it almost just gives you like a wet look, but without looking metallic. Like, it, again, doesn't have any kind of clear sparkles or particles or glitter in it. It just gives you this like reflective glossy look on your face. Like, it doesn't look shocking or blinding. It just gives you this like, I'm so healthy look. I love the shade. I find it has like no color to it. Makes me think that anyone could probably use the shade of any skin tone. It's very similar. I think they used to have the cream color base from MAC that was something like this. I just really like this. Like, when you rub your finger into it and put it on, there's no color. It's like just this glossy finish, and I love that. They do have, like I said, they do have other colors, but I love this. It's so nice. And then last but not least is a setting spray. Now, one reason I don't like setting sprays is because almost all of them have denatured alcohol, which is severely drying to the skin. And it's almost always like the first or second ingredient, which is just awful. It's hard to find a setting spray that actually works that doesn't have that ingredient. But more recently, some brands are coming out with them, which is very good news. e.l.f. actually has one I'm looking into, but this one is the one I've been using lately. It's a newer product from Flower Beauty, which is Drew Barrymore's line at Walmart. This is called Seal the Deal Luminizing Setting Spray. They do have a setting spray that does have denatured alcohol in it, but this is their newer luminizing one, and it says it has a radiant finish, and it has like you can see there's two different colors, and you kind of shake it up before you use it. It has fragrance in it, so do be aware of that. I'm pretty sure this one's lavender, but I would prefer it not to have any fragrance. I don't know why brands can't just like get rid of fragrance, like, it's driving me nuts. but this is a light fragrance and I don't find it offensive. It doesn't irritate me. The thing is, it actually holds your makeup in. It actually helps your makeup last longer while giving you a more dewy, fresh look. Like, I applied this when I ended my makeup today, and it doesn't give you sparkles. It has a very nice fine mist, so it doesn't leave like splatters all over your face. It doesn't make you look super, super glowy or like over the top. It just gives you that like, wow, I'm so extra healthy. And I feel like if you have more matte makeup, or maybe your skin just looks kind of like blah, pop this on and it can kind of reboost, like refresh your skin. And I feel like I'm wearing it today and you can just see my skin just has this like healthiness to it. It says it is a lightweight formula that locks in your makeup with a soft mist of illuminating pearls. That is the vibe of this. I feel like that's the vibe of all my like illuminating dewy skin products that give you a healthy glow, glowy, dewy, all that. All of it for me is like a pearlescent finish. It's iridescent. Iridescent, is that the wrong word? Pearlescent, I guess would be the word. I don't want glow. Like when you ever look at a pearl, it has this like never ending glow to it, but it doesn't have sparkles or shimmer or glitter. It just glows, and that is the look that I want with my makeup, and this really finishes that off. It almost, what looks in here is like, do you remember those things from like Party City when you were a kid that you'd squeeze and it'd pop out of your hand, and then you'd squeeze it and it'd pop out of your hand? Like what's inside of those, that's what this looks like. But this is just so nice. Like, it's really, like, if you want a setting spray that isn't drying, it's not going to dry out your skin, but it is going to help your makeup last, this is an awesome one. So I know this wasn't tons of product, but these are the things I've been using lately to give my skin this healthy, kind of supple, young, youthful glow. I don't know what you want to call it. Pearly glow, natural glow, dewiness, I guess. And I feel like all of these do have options if you have a deeper skin tone, but these are just some fantastic products that I really, really love, and I would highly recommend them if you want more of a dewy, healthy, glowy finish. If you have any questions about these products or any other products that you wonder if I've tried, or why I haven't tried them or anything like that, please do leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to answer you. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to see more from me, and let me know what video you'd like to see next, like my favorite blank. So yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.